Hello, humans and pets. Look at the new toy I just got Finn. Woof Soda Pop. I got it at the dollar store. He loves it. You can hear him in the background probably. I also got these cool shades that look really goofy. So rate the shades down in the comments. But more importantly, we're doing a organic versus normal candy review. We got Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups organic. These are the dark ones, but whatever. Organic Hershey's milk chocolate and regular milk chocolate. We're going to be comparing the two. Does organic make it taste better? I've been wanting to do this with fruits and vegetables for a while.
You have.
Or in general, but I like this whole concept of like, is organic taste better? I Googled it once what organic is.
Yep.
But I don't remember, so who cares?
So we're going to start with the organic or the regular?
I say we start with the organic. And then we taste the regular and see if it's better.
Were you going to start with Hershey? I didn't know. So
you already opened it.
Well, I was just figured I'd start opening them. So
okay, that's organic.
That's the organics.
And this is regular.
Do you want more than? Do you need three?
There is a color difference.
So here's your three organics, and there's my three organics and my three things.
Okay, you can tell which one is organic.
Yep. So organic. We just recently did a lot of chocolate.
It's all right.
It's milky. Yep. It's chocolatey.
I know which one's better.
This one's a little bit harder. It's not as distinct.
This one doesn't taste like Hershey's has a distinctive taste.
The regular one is creamier than the organic.
The regular one is better. But I'm not gonna be sad if somebody gives me the other one.
This one, unlike the Walmart versus, it's very close.
But it's
almost
more creamy,
undecidable, but
stronger flavor in the original.
There's a different color and a different creaminess of them. It definitely brings on a different flavor for that. So here's the original.
I like the original more, but some people might like the organic more.
I'm going to say again, if you did not eat them back to back like this, you would love the original. This is your original.
Okay.
To me. I mean, they're that close where I don't think you would notice the difference. Come on. You can come up and say hi to the people.
Now, keep this in mind, the organic Reese's is a dark chocolate one.
See, we didn't realize that when we bought it.
But I did, but they didn't have other one. Let's try the organic first, which doesn't come with a peel.
I don't know if I want that. Yeah, that part I like.
I like that a lot. Unless there is a peel and you're supposed to eat it. Harder texture again. I find that like it's crispier.
I will say, you know how sometimes you eat a peanut butter cup and it doesn't taste like an authentic peanut butter cup? That at least does.
Yeah.
Like it has that authentic peanut butter cup taste.
But it's not.
I do like the crunchiness of the actual dark chocolate as opposed to, this is why I usually put them in a freezer because it adds a crunch.
Saltier. Peanut butterier. I like the peanut butter more. I don't know if there's a difference, but in my head I like it more. This one's like different colored.
I will say the original has more of a peanut butter flavor for sure. I 100% agree with that. It's almost like there's more peanut butter in the actual peanut butter cup.
I love the softness.
And I like the crunch of the dark one.
It's not as enjoyable to me. Once again, they're close. But
if they were the same chocolate, they would be more close. But I will give the nod, hands down, to the original peanut butter cup. Is way better.
You can't beat Reese's.
Way better.
You can't beat.
No. And the organic one is still Reese's. It's just not as good.
Reese's are better when it's in your pocket for a little bit and it gets melty. Pocket Reese's is so good.
Freezer Reese's is the way to go.
He's a freezer Reese's guy,
Mhm.
which I enjoy.
I love
That
'em.
gives you the dark chocolate gives you the freezer crispiness.
It does, but the dark chocolate doesn't give you the contrast, and it's not as flavorful as the regular one.
Do you want the rest of this? I'm
No,
just
you
gonna
can eat
kill it. Even though I don't want it.
Kill this one too.
I don't want that one.
Well, much like I
Well,
said with the Walmart version compared to the regular Reese's, the regular Hershey, if you ate them by themselves, they're very good.
There's a difference.
But when you do a direct comparison like this,
yeah,
and I say this all the time on the channel, when you know, a lot of times we'll recommend, oh, this is a really good whiskey because you drank it by itself.
That's Cash More Mass. Check them out.
But the minute you drink it compared to another one, you realize how bad that one actually is. It does make when you direct compare, it's the same thing. The organic, delicious. You'll eat them all day long and you'll think they're the best thing ever. But when you actually bring it to the original recipe, it does rise above.
I can say I think they did an excellent job making them as close as I hope that they can. Like, they are almost identical. There's just slight variations you can tell. Like, even snapping this it's like hard to snap it on the lines.
But I said that also about the Walmart version of that chocolate was phenomenal. It was actually really good. But when you add the actual Hershey's, it was just that much more creamy. You know what I mean? But if you just ate the Walmart one, because I've eaten like the dark chocolate one, I was like, I love this. It's really good. But when you compare them, it does reign above.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I went back the other day and I had one of the KitKats. I didn't like it as much. I would not be buying the KitKats.
Although you didn't like the KitKats originally, anyways.
But I got the
Snickers one,
the peanut butter nougat caramel, whatever it was. I liked it a lot.
It is when you eat it by itself.
When I ate it by itself, because I don't eat I think I've had 3 Snickers, but maybe 1 in my entire life. So
I noticed you ate one of them because I saw that and I moved them in the bag. And I had said that, and I meant to ask you whether you liked it because, again, when you compared it directly to a Snickers, Snickers won. It had a more peanutty, more caramely, bigger flavor. But when you eat it on its own, they're good. And I had said, me personally, I like the Kit Kat.
Yeah.
When I compared them, because Kit Kat to me always has a salty aftertaste.
Yeah.
That I don't care for as much as I like the Walmart version because it was a double down version of that. But other than that, the chocolates, everything that we did when you do a direct comparison, it really makes a difference.
I wish they had like a grass-fed version as well.
And they
might, but
well, I don't know
the first time I've ever seen the organic ones.
Yeah, well, again, I don't really know when it comes to organic, like, you know, what the difference is with chocolate, but I don't know.
Oh, it's the milk.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it does. Like it did definitely make a difference in taste.
Yeah,
and texture.
It was a little healthier. I don't know. I feel like organic always has that correlation.
I guess if you're looking at the fact that you're eating chocolate, it's not healthy.
I would not be. Well, dark chocolate can be good in moderation. It's really healthy, actually.
It has health benefits, but it's not considered healthy.
It's one of the healthiest foods in the world. Along with asparagus.
It has.
But of course, I'm going to eat asparagus over dark chocolate if I'm trying to eat healthy.
I got to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of the asparagus.
I love asparagus.
I really do. We never really buy it.
Brussel sprouts have been growing on me.
Oh my God, you do not like Brussels sprouts?
No, they have been.
No way.
I'm not kidding. Oh, if they're cooked right. You got to cook them right. But they've been growing on me.
Whose kid is this?
Hey, I can say, yeah.
I love me some sprouts. That's why he never would eat them.
Sprout guy over here.
I do. I love them. I used to put them in everything.
Don't like cabbage, though.
I love cabbage.
I don't.
Kapusta. That's the best.
Hey, leave a comment down below if you like Brussels sprouts and cabbage. It's like the most hated on. And I figured out why. One of my friends told me.
Because it's stinky when you cook it?
Brussels sprouts.
Because
they grew and they tasted terrible. And they've been slowly breeding them to taste better over time. So back in your early generation,
we growing up never had a Brussels sprout.
Because apparently they tasted miserable in your age. But over time, they grew them specific, kind of like how they're making the blueberries big now.
You know, honestly, cabbage was always cheap. So if you were going to eat something, it was always cabbage. You could buy cabbage cheap. And Brussels sprouts was like a fancy vegetable. We never bought that.
Elegant.
We just wouldn't buy. Like there was no meal that my mom would make when she was trying to feed all of us that would include Brussels sprouts.
Are just like small cabbages.
They are,
but they're better.
I do like cabbage.
Okay, but would you rather eat a tiny cabbage or a normal size?
Well, it's kind of like it's the same person that says, "Do you want a real tomato or a cherry tomato?" Some people love to pop a cherry tomato in and bite it, and it squirts all over their face. People like that.
I mean,
you don't like that.
I'd rather have that than a big one.
See, so like to me, like, do you want a little cabbage or a big cabbage?
I've been eating salads, and I do like the tiny tomatoes in salads.
See, the difference is with cabbage.
But I've been also eating salads without dressing.
You know, see, we grew up. We live in Massachusetts, so you know what? I never even knew what greens were. So, like when you go down south, I've never had like collard greens.
Is it dandelion green?
People do that too, but
I've never had all at my store.
I've never had like I've always wanted to make my own. Like you got to cook them for a long time. It's the same thing when I make Kapusta. When I made my Kapusta, I cook it for like hours and hours and hours.
I think you've made that like once in my life.
I used to make it all the time because I used to eat it when I was on Atkins. When you were real little,
exactly.
It was something like. But I used to make it all the time. But and I love Kapusta.
What is Kapusta for all the listeners who don't know what it is? It's a dish that
I make a variation of it, but basically it's cabbage and onions.
Polish
it's
Polish?
That
was a good guess.
It is definitely Polish.
Was a good
guess. And it's I put kielbasa and some kind of other pork product. Sometimes I'll cut up like pork chops. Or I've done it with hot dogs. I have done that with that in it. And then you just cook it and you put some sauerkraut in it. And you just cook it forever. And some people like to twice bake it. Like you cook it and then you bake it too. Yeah. But I like mine juicy. When I put some nice. Now I'm gonna have to make me some Kapusta. I haven't had that in a long time. But it's like
so you wanted to make collard greens.
It's like a chili in general. The longer you cook it, the better it tastes.
Do you want me to buy you some greens?
No, it's just one of them things. Like that's a southern thing that they make.
Yeah,
it's one of them things. Like you know, I've just never had. I've never had collard greens because they don't serve that as a side dish up here.
I mean, I would way rather have home style potatoes or whatever they're called, the little nuggets, potato guys. They're called like home style potato guys.
Like potato wedges?
No, the roasted like.
The little roasted potatoes.
You know, I'd rather have those.
I don't eat that, but I could eat collard greens because that would be on the thing. I don't eat the starch.
Okay, but what would you rather order if you're out to eat? Like a nice diner place, collard greens.
Well, right now I don't. I haven't been eating potatoes, so
you get the collard greens.
I would get the collard.
I mean, I'd probably get them to try them. I've never eaten them, as well.
I've never made it. You know, they make ham hock and greens or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I've just never made them.
Hey,
it's just one of them.
Comment down below. It's crazy how like different parts of the world have different cuisines.
Yeah,
and even like Southern U.S. to us.
I can honestly say, you know what? Growing up in
the stores,
growing up in Massachusetts, and we've granted we've hit all 50 states, but we don't go out for breakfast. Like you've never gone out and had grits.
No, I've
never had grits. We didn't eat grits growing up. I've never gone out and had sausage gravy with biscuits. Like
that stuff is so good.
That's what I'm saying. But I've never gone.
I love that
because you made it probably a culinary.
I just love the white gravy.
But see, I've never gone to a place that actually had it.
In elementary school, they used to have the white gravy on like Turkey Day on like Thanksgiving.
Can you tell we were hungry and I didn't want to do a candy review?
It was so good because they would just ladle you could choose between the gravies.
Yeah.
And I would always ask for two. They'd be like only one, and I'd grab that one. And it was so good. And then they put it on potato butter the next day. Oh,
I'll tell you my quick version as a kid. I was so excited because I thought I was finally going to get it. But my mom made chipped beef. And for it is literally like little beef parts that she made with like a milk gravy. And it wasn't even a thick gravy. And it was absolutely disgusting. You put it over potatoes. It was so bad. So I was so excited. I thought I was getting like the homemade sausage gravy. And it ended up being this milky chipped beef over potatoes. Oh, it was so bad. But well, there you go. Can you tell I wanted to eat actual food and not candy?
Right.
But
hey, this is the review: organic versus non-organic. Non-organic wins.
Yes.
In taste-wise, but if that's something that you would rather purchase yourself as a buyer, Go for it.
And like I said, was it good? Yes. Would I eat the organic? Absolutely. But when you direct compare it like this,
There's definitely a
non-organic
limit.
won. It really did.
But I mean, if somebody gives me the non-organic Hershey's, I'll probably deny you if you gave me the original. Honestly,
It was good.
I'm not a Hershey's chocolate.
I
fan.
understand that, but it was
But
like
for
it was
chocolate,
legit.
it's up there.
It was legit. They were legit, but
Reese's, I'll take either or. But I'd rather have
the
that
regular one was better. It just was. So, all right, there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you
We're gonna
enjoyed
do
the video.
another review after this.
And here we go. So, thank
yeah,
you.
I got the cool shades. Leave a comment if you like them.
All right.
Album on the way. Check out Less Cash More Mash. Link in the description. They have fun over there. They're going to be putting organic Reese's peanut butter cups and Hershey's chocolate.
No, we're not.
You should do that, though. You should do the
They
Hershey's.
do have the peanut butter whiskey we've already done.
You should put the chocolate, different types of chocolate in the whiskey and let it sit for Sunday Fun Day. That's a common thing. Hey, check out Less Cash More Mash. Album on the way.
Okay,
He's
you keep saying the same
going
stuff.
like this.
I'm trying
at
to
the camera.
get it
He's
done.
like,
We've been here.
showing his pearly whites. Okay, have fun and check out more content.